Hi guys, welcome to our podcast,
Two of a Kind.
This is your host, Taylor DePasso and
Unique West.
Welcome back, you guys. We're so happy to have you guys. So today we're going to be talking about what, girl?
Entrepreneurship.
Yes.
And I'm excited about that one.
I love this topic so much. I think it's so exciting that we're talking about entrepreneurs because we are some entrepreneurs.
Yes.
Hashtag girl boss.
Hashtag mompreneurs.
Mompreneur. Ooh, that is
You like
cute.
that? You like that?
Ooh, I like that. Mompreneurs.
We might have to make some shirts that say mompreneurs and rock them.
Can you make
Yeah.
us some shirts, please?
Yes, I can.
Okay, good.
And if you guys want one, I got you too.
Link in description.
Period.
Already making some coin.
Right.
So yeah, speaking of entrepreneur, if you would have a dinner with any entrepreneur, dead or alive, who would it be and why?
So I'm obviously going first.
Yeah, go ahead. Unless you want to rock, paper, scissors again.
Yeah, that's it. I love that.
Okay.
Boom.
Okay, I'll go
Go.
first.
Yep.
Okay. I think I would have to say Steve Jobs.
Steve Jobs.
Do you get it?
That's a good one.
Yeah. Okay, why? Because one, he's a genius, number one. And
Absolutely.
I would ask him so many questions about how he got started, what motivated him, shoot, down to even like, what do you eat? What time do you wake up? What time do you go to sleep?
Right, that part.
I would want to know everything because someone that successful and that much of a genius, like, you have to start somewhere and to be creative. That is very creative. Like what he did was innovative.
Yeah.
You know? Like how you start something like
He thought
so
outside
innovative.
of any
The box.
box that was ever created.
And there's so many boxes that people put themselves in. And I feel like as an entrepreneur, he's very open.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
So I go with Steve Jobs.
I love that.
Yes.
And what's one of his quotes? It's like, stay young, stay innocent,
Innocent.
because it's like you want to not take life so serious, and
That's
you
right.
want to be able to think outside the box and feel comfortable
I'm
with
glad
it.
you actually
And-
feel my vibe with
Right.
Steve Jobs.
I do, and I love
Good.
that. That's a good one.
Because it was in my mind. I'm like, who would I want to see, you know? And it's like, as an entrepreneur, you want to ask a lot of questions that go deeper than
For
what
sure.
you can even answer and what you can even elaborate on. Because I know a lot about business, but to ask somebody who is way beyond my years, number
Yeah.
one, not beyond my genius though, because I'm very smart when it comes to business, you know?
Right.
I would add some things that I didn't know into my life.
Right.
regimen,
From
right?
that conversation with him.
Facts.
That's
So,
a good one.
Steve
Yeah.
Jobs, you're not here, but I wish you were so we can have a conversation. That'd be
Right.
cool.
We bring you back.
Yeah.
You're a legend, bro.
You're a legend, bro.
Now you calling him bro.
I would definitely have good conversations with him. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. Who would
Let's
you?
go. Oh my god.
Would you like me to ask you a question again?
Yeah, please.
Okay. If you could have dinner with any entrepreneur, dead or alive, who would it be, and what would you ask them?
It would definitely have to be. God, that's so tricky. I wish there could be two.
Two?
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy. Two didn't even pop in my mind. Just
No.
one. Yeah. So funny. Who would your? Okay, no. Who's your one? Go with the one.
My
Go with the
one, oh my gosh, it would have to be Nipsey Hussle. Nipsey,
Oh!
neighborhood Nip.
I already know why.
Shout out
but
to you.
I feel like I know why.
Why?
He's just a legend.
He's a legend. For
Yeah.
sure.
That's all I have to say.
He has inspired so many different people around the world.
Yeah.
And because of where he comes from
To come
and
from
where
something so small though.
he got himself, it's like
Right.
he's able to relate to so many different people.
Girl.
So it's like through his music,
Oh.
it's like he's changing the world even still today. How are
Yeah.
you selling mixtapes and t-shirts out of the back
That's
of
sometimes
your
what you gotta do.
trunk? It's just beyond me.
Yeah.
And he's actually the first
He's a
celebrity
genius.
that I met in
Really?
LA. Yeah, that when I moved
Really?
to LA, yes, I used to work at this Italian restaurant called Marco's.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he came down to his studio was in the back,
Wow.
and he came down to pick up some food, and I was like, "You're Nipsey Hussle." I was like,
And he's
"Wow,
so
your
humble.
song Bigger Than Life, it really inspired me, and that's the reason why I'm here today."
Really?
And we talked, we like exchanged a couple words, and he's like, "Yeah, that was one of my favorite albums," and
Oh.
he's just definitely been an inspiration.
I'm so
for
sad
me.
he's gone.
Me too.
Really a
If you
person.
want to do big things in life,
Yeah, I'm like
listen
looking at
to
his music
Nipsey,
right now.
right?
that is a perfect person. You're very right about him, and he is the definition of a Black entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Well, let's get into it.
So what are we getting into?
Well, okay, so basically we're both entrepreneurs,
Right.
and we've been doing it for a long time. If you don't know what it is, it's just being that girl.
Ladies and gentlemen,
her. If you guys don't know our personality, this is really who we are.
No, seriously,
Like,
none of this is
scripted or nothing.
scripted. None of this is like practice.
We're like this every day.
We're
all the
mommy,
time.
so we don't even have time to like
No
sit
time.
here for an hour, and it's like we get in here and it's go time.
Mom. Yeah, but I really want to start off with the question of the year. It's like, what makes you a boss, and how are you driven to do what you do? What's your drive? And I'm gonna answer that as well, so you can go ahead.
Okay, so
Yeah.
we're not gonna play.
No.
For this. Like, it's your turn, my girl.
It's your turn. Just explain yourself.
Okay, so the question was, what makes you a boss?
Yeah, because not everybody has that that entrepreneurship quality about them.
Absolutely.
Like they can push themselves harder than normal, right?
Mm-hmm.
The ones that are not at your 9-to-5s like us,
Mm-hmm.
what pushes you to be that boss?
I actually grew up telling myself, you're going to be a
No.
boss because you have no other option. It's actually funny that we're talking about boss because I do have, not a proud tattoo, but hey, it's Miss Boss on my neck.
Oh wow!
And when I was
what?
17.
Oh wow!
Really?
I never even seen that. And this has been my friend for a long
Yeah,
time.
'cause I do keep it
No.
covered, but
She
yeah.
does. I seen it's a tattoo there, but I never asked.
Right. Because it's old too.
Miss Boss.
So age 17, 18, after I
Yes.
emancipated from foster care,
Yes.
you know, and had to like figure out
Wow.
life, I was like, I don't want to have to join the military, and
No.
I don't want to have to be forced into a job.
Was military something that they made as an option, or was it
Especially in
something
foster care, they talked about it. Like, you know, once you
Really?
graduate, you know, start thinking about, you know,
I
what you want to
swear.
do. Because these girls in the military, they fucking it up. Like,
They're
they
bosses.
buying houses. They're
No,
bosses in
seriously,
their
they're
own.
bosses.
I didn't want to work a 9-to-5 either. So I'm like, no one's going to really hire me if I
Right.
have a tattoo on my neck. Like,
So has it always been fashion for you?
it's always been fashion. Definitely had jobs.
Yeah.
You know, didn't keep them. Easy to get them, hard to keep them.
Well, that's what most of these girls say.
For men.
Yeah.
You dead right.
I'm just saying. For real. What's your first time making something?
First time making something?
Yeah.
Like officially? You
What?
wanna know?
Is it bad?
No, it's not bad.
Send me a picture.
No, I'm gonna go get the picture. My sister's prom gown.
What? That's actually
In
pretty.
2010.
That's pretty. The
You
color
think so?
the color reminds me of my bridesmaids.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
Beautiful.
90% of this gown
Look at her.
was hand sewn. So she literally
Stop
could
it.
not even get in it because I didn't know nothing about patterns. It was basically hand sewn onto her body.
2010.
Yes, girl. That was my first.
Wow.
First.
This is history in the making. Wow.
Good question, Taylor.
Yeah,
Wow, we're
thank
getting
you.
deep over here. So now it's your turn.
Mhm. Okay.
What makes you a boss?
Okay.
And what inspires you?
Wow. Okay, first of all, I'm very, very self-driven. I've been self-driven for a very long time. When I was younger, I always loved arts and creativity,
Mhm.
right? So that was my way in through my family. A lot of my families are producers and artists. So it kind of, for me, it made it very easy to go down that route.
Right. It was like
Because
already
it's already
destined
there.
for you.
Yeah,
Right.
I've seen it. Not only that, I'm extremely talented when it comes to writing
Mhm.
and singing and dancing and performing. That's like one of my born to do talents. But entrepreneurship came very young, at a very young age, just by seeing that, as my family didn't really like work
Mhm.
for anyone. They work for themselves.
Right.
You know,
especially
creating.
your mom too.
Yeah,
How you saw her.
stores,
Right.
and then not only that, she was doing like movies and stuff.
Oh,
So she already had,
was
like-
dressing those.
Yeah,
Okay.
she already had like people.
Shout out
coming
to
in.
Mama.
Shout out to Mom. And shout out to my pops too.
Okay.
He's a legend all in itself. He is a producer, and he has a huge career in signing Janet Jackson and all these people.
And is he from California?
You know, he's from Detroit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because
Yeah.
that's where the
Detroit
hustler.
Mom's from Detroit. Everybody's from Detroit.
Wow.
Entrepreneurship was seen
Mhm.
as a young girl. I saw it, and I would just dreamt bigger.
Wow.
And I wanted better for myself. Not only myself, I used to say I want better for Delilah. And I didn't even know who Delilah was. That makes me want to cry. Like, it's deep.
Don't start crying on here.
I'm not.
I'm not.
I know, as I'm like, my tears. It's deep because
knew.
I knew I wanted a daughter.
Right.
And so.
And then look at you now. You're at a place. You're in a beautiful
Weird.
relationship, and you have
Yes.
your talent. You've already made moves, busted moves. So it's not like you feel like you have to start now. It's like you already just got it started.
You already got it started. But yeah, okay. So sorry.
I know,
The
entrepreneurship
waterworks are
is
starting.
so emotional.
No, it's
like,
such an emotional run because you never know. Like when you're younger, like, oh, I'm about to go hustle candy. Like I was hustling candy at school.
Wow, you're one of those.
Yeah. I was.
So funny.
In order to be a great entrepreneur, you have to have your hands in a lot of pots. You have to be multifaceted. And I knew as a young person that I just didn't want to do one thing.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like Nipsey Hussle, which is a good.
Right, I was just thinking about him. Yeah,
Yeah, that's a good person to pick because I never wanted to ask anybody for anything. Still like that to this day.
I know.
Yeah.
So am I.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm just like, I'll go get it.
Yeah.
I'll do it myself. Thank you.
I always say
bring
like,
it in the big ass couch off. I got it. My husband's like, wait, why didn't you just ask me to bring it in?
You're like, I'm so used to it fast enough.
Right. So I definitely am used to doing things my way.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say that.
Right.
It's not even the way that should be, but my way. So I would go out and get it.
Right.
And I was doing that for a very long time. So that's my first hustle, right? But then it goes on and on and on. And now I have a very successful car business.
Chef's kiss.
Yes.
It's chef's kiss. That I'm like, you really
Thank
thought
you,
of
Lord.
a good idea.
Yeah, I don't know why. I've always loved cars.
That's so funny.
I've always loved cars. So to be in a business where I'm actually like seeing the product and
Right.
seeing it, shipping,
Yeah.
and he's the one that actually picks the cars. But you know, we have a perfect team
Mm-hmm.
because it wouldn't be anything without him. Honestly,
Aww,
this is
yeah,
like
shout out to hubby. He's
yeah,
so supportive. He's like, you
very-
guys, yeah, yin and yang.
Yeah,
for sure.
we work really well together. So it's something that is not overnight. I feel like once we got married, I'm not even kidding. Actually, when we got engaged, because we started this business in 2021,
Mm-hmm.
and once we got engaged, it was like everything took off. I'm not even kidding. We had a car listed for 2 weeks, right? So it was a Volkswagen Passat,
Mm-hmm.
and we were like, I don't think people were gonna like it, but we had it listed for like 2 weeks and nothing. When he proposed, the day after it sold. The day after, they're like, where are you guys? Want to pick it up? I'm like,
and then it just kept on flowing from there, like boom,
flowing.
boom,
Every single time
boom.
we list the car, it's gone the next day or the same day. She knows.
I'm like, hey, I want to come by to see. Like, oh, actually, we're going to be selling a car today.
Yeah.
I'm doing this. Like, we have to
We're
ship out
hustlers.
2 cars.
I just love it. I love it because also like it's in this industry, women are not seen.
Oh, okay.
Like in the fashion industry, you guys are seen.
For sure.
Yeah. But for me, in the industry that I'm in, is car business. It's like male dominated. Men will underestimate a woman
They will.
who is strong
Mm-hmm.
and will. I come in the gate and they're like, "No, we weren't talking to you. I was talking to your husband." And I'm like, "Well, actually, I'm the one that makes the deals.
Right.
So I'm not cutting you a deal, and then I'll give you off. You said the tires are bad. I'm gonna give you $100 off,
Right.
and the tires are brand new. You know, people try to find things
Mm-hmm.
and little things that bother them.
Right,
to
right.
get
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
Especially with cars, I'm sure. It's like,
girl. But yeah, that's not just only my love. That's just something I'm doing as I grow into my real dream.
mm-hmm.
So my real dream is really music, and it's always been my first love, and the arts.
Mm-hmm.
And acting. And this is a side of me because I see the money coming fast.
Exactly.
And truly, if I didn't have love for it, it wouldn't work.
Mhm.
I'm so serious. Like if you don't have love for your business,
As
that
an
you're doing,
entrepreneur, it's
won't
not
work.
going to work. It's
that's
not
what I
gonna
feel
work.
like.
You have to have that love
Mhm.
within it to where it's like, even when it doesn't make any sense to anybody else, it makes so much sense to you and you just love
Yeah.
the heck out of it. So
Yeah, I agree.
having that self-love for yourself too, because when you feel like, oh, it's not working or this is not moving,
That's hard.
that's when you have to be the one to pick yourself up and be
Yeah.
like, it's okay. Like,
Yeah.
you are where you're supposed to be. Like,
That's the feeling I felt when I had the party bus. It was
oh, yeah.
It was working
Uh-huh.
very well. I mean, to the point where we were like overwhelmed. We had like
So many bookings.
probably like as soon as we started, probably like 15 bookings in the first minute. I'm not even kidding. I was like,
I remember you telling me
whoa.
something like that. Wow.
So it was a lot of people, and it was really overwhelming because we weren't used to that business, and it's totally
And you're still
different.
doing the cars too at the same
At the same time.
dang time.
Yeah, and not only that, we're newly married and just moved. So we had like a
right.
lot of things going on. We were like, dang. So when we got our party bus, it was like, it's Taylor's Love. And yes, it was purple like this.
I know that. Oh my gosh, that party bus was
Fire.
fabulous.
Fire. And I got it for a
From
steal of a deal.
The cushions, the seats, the flooring,
Yep.
the TVs.
So many things. Yeah. It was a great.
And you found it like that, right? You didn't have to put any.
Well, we found it like that, but we had to do a lot of work to the
shit.
outside. It just was a lot, and so I sold it.
Okay,
Yeah,
but hey, it was worth it, right? That's
it
what
was worth
it is. Like
it was
some
worth
ideas
it.
just come to you, you download them, you do them, and boom, you move on.
Girl, I just had Delilah Rose.
Mm-hmm.
I just had my baby, and I was like, "What?" The day after it sold.
Oh, right.
Yeah. What's one thing that really made you want to start your own business and like do it all by yourself? Because I could see that being.
God has been the one to pick me up. God has been the one where I've meditated and prayed, woke up in the shower, had an idea, then now that's pushing something.
That's me. I seriously get ideas in the shower.
See?
Yeah,
even the names
really
of my businesses I got in the shower. So
oh my God, me too.
Definitely God. A lot of people like either drives or in the shower.
Weird.
Yeah.
No, shower for me. I don't know about drives. I'm like looking at the person behind me on the side of me. I'm trying to get to my destination safely.
Like long drives, if you take long drives.
I don't take long drives.
Yeah, that would definitely be it. I've always wanted a partner. I've always wanted like someone to, you
got a friend in me. Well, you're my partner in this.
Period.
Yeah.
So and you do. You motivate me. You lift me up. You're definitely a person that I know I can call if I'm feeling,
100%.
Sometimes when you're feeling uneasy, you're feeling like not very motivated or defeated. I feel like I can call you not only to get in a good mood, but you're going to say something that has to do with God, something that has to do with pushing on, something that has to say like, we got to get it. Like,
that's right.
And then that's all I need after that phone call where I don't even have to tell you what's going on or what's going, break it down. I'm like, you're that person. So you're definitely a great partner. I'm happy that we're doing it in a lighter light too with the podcast.
Yes.
Because I just see greatness for this podcast, and it's very inspiring, and the momentum that it brings.
That's right.
You can't pay for that.
You can't pay for it. No. And I think the reason why I'm like that and uplifting too is because I've always experienced that from my mom.
Mm-hmm.
Like just being like a person that just you can call to lift up. But I get that same feeling when I call you.
Good.
Like when I'm having a bad day, I'd rather come see you versus anybody. I'm not even kidding, because you bring my energy back up. We talk about things and motivate each other.
Right.
That's
and even if something is going on, I know for sure that I'm one of those friends, and you too.
Yeah.
That if we do get deep and do talk about something that's bothering us or that's going, wrong, that we think is going wrong at the time, it's like we sit and we talk about it, and we actually give each other sound advice.
I really feel that, like always. For me, it's all about adding to whatever you have going. Right? So like what adds other elements to what you have going on? Can you add other elements to someone's life?
Exactly.
Can that person add elements to your life? And this is for the viewers too, if you guys are not around the right people or around people who support you and care, please get away from them immediately, because
just stop the phone calls, stop the linkage, all of it. I'm telling you, you might feel lonely.
Yeah.
But you're gonna feel more happier with yourself than what that person brings.
People throw you off.
Can't.
No.
You just can't.
No. Because it's more important is you succeeding.
Absolutely.
Right? At what you want to do. And so sometimes when people also try to throw you off, is because they see so much potential and so much greatness in you.
Absolutely.
That they try to drain your life force from you.
And there's vampires out there.
Yeah.
And I've realized that in the weirdest, worst ways. But it's like, there are people out there that are intimidated and will drain you and will do it on purpose.
Yeah. And for me, I'm not going down that route ever again. So I think everybody in my life I have are motivating, are loving, are supportive, are kind, care.
You have to be selective. You really do.
Oh my God, I'm so selective.
I'm like afraid of people that have so many friends. I'm like, okay, cool.
Right. I have so much support and love where I'm at.
That you don't need it. Yeah. Once you have the validation within yourself, you don't need it from certain things. Else. You're not going to put up with certain things. No. You're going to have higher expectations.
Higher standards.
And higher standards.
100%.
And you're definitely going to feel alone a good amount of the times.
a lot of the times because I'm working so hard, like, and I'm working on my goals and vision, I have at some point felt alone.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what made me not feel alone?
Mm-hmm.
Her.
Delilah.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%. I think that was our episode for today. Entrepreneurship is so amazing.
Yeah, we really got to dive in there.
Yeah, I want to motivate you guys to really go out there and pursue your dreams. Just do whatever makes you happy. But thank you so much for watching and commenting on our stuff. You guys are just amazing. We see all of it.
We love the comments for sure.
Thank you for supporting us as we move on with this journey. We love you guys, and please make sure you guys like, comment, share, and subscribe. Two of a kind. Oh yeah, wait. They definitely need to watch part 2. Part 2's coming up. Look out for that after this. Thank you so much.
Episode 3.